Hey, friends! This time we're looking at Aeon Flux from 2005, a movie that bombed harder than the Manhattan Project. But why? Well, let's get into it. Our story goes like this. In 2011, a plague sweeps the land, a virus that wipes out most of humanity. Scientist Trevor Goodchild creates a cure, but it renders everyone still alive sterile. So the only thing they can do to keep humanity going is to clone everyone until they find a cure for the cure. Flash forward 400 years to 2415. All this time, Goodchild and his family have been in charge of Bregna, the last human city. Now, rebels have decided they don't like how the Goodchilds have been running things and want to kill him since he's all dictatory. Enter Aeon Flux, a highly trained, hot and sexy assassin chick. She is tasked with killing Goodchild and thus, somehow, freeing humanity from oppression. But there's a mystery going on, and things may not be as they seem. Why are people disappearing, and why are some people having mental breakdowns and stuff? When Ian's younger sister is killed for no damn good reason, because she's cute, Aeon's mission suddenly becomes personal, and she has to solve the mystery and figure out who to kill. In our cast, we have Chalrize Theron as Aeon, and she is actually very good in it for what she has to do. We also have Frances McDermott as Handler, Aeon's contact and control, and Pete Postlethwaite as the Keeper. Aeon's cute sister Una is played by composer Amelia Warner, and there are a few other familiar faces. So, a futuristic sci-fi world with cool tech and gymnastic fights and action and everything. Plus a sexy chick being all cool and stuff. This all sounds exciting, right? So, what went wrong? Well, this was a perfect storm situation. Aeon Flux was based on an animated series of shorts and later a regular animated series on MTV. And despite being popular enough to warrant a motion picture, the movie has almost nothing to do with the series. It cribs a few names and other general elements, and that's it. Here we have a classic case of Hollywood, taking a franchise with a dedicated following and handing it to people who didn't understand or care about it, and just throwing out everything people liked so they could do their own thing instead. The director, Karen Kusama, had only directed one film prior to this. Quite a long face, Karen. And since Aeon Flux, she's mostly just directed one-off TV episodes. So, discarding stuff fans wanted, a lack of understanding and interest in the source material, and an inexperienced director helming a sci-fi action movie. Sound familiar? That's right, this happened long before Me Too, wokeness, and the age of activist messaging. It was just less insufferable in 2005 than it is now. But yeah, one of the cutscenes made it clear that Aeon was lesbotic. Yeah. So, in a way, Aeon Flux was kind of a trendsetter for the crap we've had to deal with for the past 8 or 9 years now. Ugh. When they saw the director's vision, the studio demanded reshoots and recuts, and rightfully so, as they tried to decide if they wanted an R-rated version or not. And they tried to make the movie more coherent. They reportedly cut out over 30 minutes of footage, and some of that might have helped the movie make more sense. Maybe not. When this came out, Peter Chung, the creator of Aeon Flux, was devastated. He said the movie was a travesty and that sitting through the premiere made him feel helpless and humiliated. As for Aeon Flux herself, Theron carries the film. Aeon has been enhanced with biotech of some kind. But don't get your hopes, or anything else, up, because she never is really seen in the altogether. No, she does wear this skimpy leotard thing, so that's nice, but that's really about it. If you were hoping to see anything more, you'd be disappointed. I know I was. Any nude scenes were cut, along with the lesbotic references. So, mixed bag there. Still, she looks the part well enough as an assassin, but she's not a full-on girl boss. When she fights, she's using weapons or gymnastic martial arts, which lends a believability to what she does, as opposed to punching guys out like Mike Tyson. Whatever enhancements she has, they give her something almost akin to superpowers. So it's a modifier, and that makes her fights and the things she can do more credible. Adapting an existing franchise with a dedicated following of fans is not always an easy task. But the worst, biggest cardinal sin a filmmaker could commit is to just throw out what you don't like or understand and replace it with stuff you think is better with no thought to who the project is for or why it was popular enough to make a movie in the first place. And that's what happened here. But what if you're a normie or a casual? You don't know much about Aeon Flux, it wasn't something you followed or whatever. Is the movie any good on its own? Well, there are some good things in it. Some things. Like the architecture. They found buildings and places in and around Germany that evoked this mid-century style of this dystopian world, and I liked all of that. They photographed all that stuff really well. The fights are pretty good too. The tech is cool, Theron looks great, and it does kind of flow okay, albeit slowly or choppily at times. But the additions they shoehorned in are all bog standard, such as the council, the traitorous brother doing a hostile takeover, and all that stuff. We've seen all that before, and it's very run-of-the-mill. Nothing new. It's okay, but nothing new. Plus, there's a big info dump right out of the gate that was supposed to explain this world and everything going on, and it's overdone and way too much. Info overload. If you get past that, well, alright, Aeon Flux is mostly a run-of-the-mill action movie with sci-fi trappings. Or the other way around. It definitely needed a more experienced director and a whole hell of a lot more respect for the source material. And to her eternal credit, Theron flat out admitted they screwed it up, which is a hell of a shame because it could have been really cool. Unfortunately, it's a dump. No way around it. As a fan, Aeon Flux would get maybe a half paw. As a normie or casual looking for a sci-fi time waster, this one is maybe 1 3/4 paws. You could do worse, but you could do better too, and that's for sure. You take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.